Video journalism storytelling techniques. Another big rule when we're out in the world trying to interview people is lighting. When we're doing MOS or man on the street interviews, you're not bringing lights with you. You might have a top light, which is a little light on top of your camera, but more often than not, you don't. And it's also daytime, so even if you had a light, you would barely see it. So what's the light we have outside? The sun. And the sun is something that I feel like I've become way more aware of since doing this job. I'm always trying to look at where the sun is shining and whether or not this person I'm interviewing is facing the sun or facing away from the sun. What I always want to do is keep someone facing the sun. The sun is the brightest, biggest light source we will have. So if I'm outside, I will try my best to face my subject towards the sun, towards the source of light, because I want their face to be lit up so we can see them and what they're saying. So here, when we're getting ready to do a live shot, I want my subject, my reporter, to be in the same amount of light as what our background is. So both my reporter and the high school are equally lit, and I have them both facing the same direction. And one of the things I use when I'm just driving around looking for exactly where I want a shot is I'll actually look at my shadow or look at the shadow of objects on the ground. And it's like, okay, so I need to put my camera on the opposite direction of where the shadow is. So here, if we look at the shot right here in the camera, we can see that she is lit well, and this would be a great live shot to have. We're going to move to a new location to show you what it looks like at a bad location. So now we are on the other side of Trisco High School. The sun is working against us here, and basically our reporter here is in shadow now. So if we look at the shot I have inside of my camera here, we can see that, well, this is so windy. We can see that she's like barely visible, and in order for me to make her, visible, I have to really open up my iris, which blows the rest of the environment out. So it's really bright around her, or she's very dark. So it's pretty much a lose-lose situation. So when you have the opportunity, align your subject by physically moving your location around what you're trying to film. And that's what we have to do a lot. If we're at a crime scene, if we're covering an event somewhere, I'll have to drive around and kind of scout the area and keep my eyes out for where the sun currently is. And depending on where the sun is, that determines where I set up my shot. All right, thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind giving me a like for my Bucky hat, I appreciate it. This hat means a lot to me, and me sharing this hat with you is a very personal thing. So you should reward my bravery with a like. All right, see you guys around.